Welcome to NMPSIA Mobile Application. You have been taught how to download the application onto your mobile device. If you have successfully downloaded, then you will have an icon on your mobile device. The icon consists of a school bus with NMPSIA shown on top of the bus, and employee benefit on this side, and underneath the icon, the inscription says NMPSIA Mobile. If you press on them, a login screen will appear. The login screen has two boxes. The first box is for you to enter either the social security number or your HIP ID. The second box is where you enter your password. The password is identical to the one you established with the online enrollment system. If you forgot your password or you have not registered with the online NMPSIA system, you need to use a computer and set yourself up and obtain a meaningful password. Now let's assume that you have done that already. Now within the box, please type in the password. The password is case sensitive, so make sure that you have the correct uppercase and lowercase combination. After you have entered the password, then click the login button. This is attention. This application contains personal information. If you are not an authorized user, please sign off. If you proceed, you agree to assume the responsibility to maintain confidentiality and discretion. Now, after you hit the proceed button, the next screen is the menu screen. The menu screen has a total of 17 functions you can choose. We will give you a brief description for each and every one of the 17 functions. Some of you may think that this is too cumbersome if each time you log in, you have to select one of the 17 functions. If you have one or two functions you are most likely to use a frequent basis, you can designate them in the favorite category. Then those frequently used functions will be isolated for you and will save you some time. For now, we will go through all 17 functions one by one. The first function is login management. The second function is your basic information. The third function is the message board. The fourth function is the pending action item. Before we go to the next batch of functions, let me explain what each one of the four functions mean here. The login management records the time, the date, and from which location you sign on to your account each time. When you finish using your mobile application and log off, or if you are kicked off because there's no action for more than 10 minutes, the automatically logout will be preserved for you, and you will see a detailed tabulation of your activity. The login management also allows you to specify some of the appearances, some of the external functionalities of the mobile application. But we will get into the more advanced class, and we will not trouble you with those details right now. Now at the bottom of the login management screen, in fact, at every screen within this system, you will see a house icon. And anytime if you press the house icon, you will go back to this menu screen for you. This is very important so that you don't get stuck and never be able to get back to where you want to go. Now assume you have come back to the menu screen and now you would like to take a look at function number 2. If you press on my basic information, you will see that your name, your date of birth, your social security number, your HIP ID, your telephone number, mailing address, the school you are associated with, all showing up here. Even though we have all your information and we can display it for you, you are not given the opportunity to make any change whatsoever. It is designed this way because we want to offer as easy access as we can with a mobile application, and we don't want unauthorized change to your pretended information here. So we encourage you to use the full computer online system to the maintenance and use a mobile application for incorrect, for obtaining, for you to review this started information you have kept with NMPSIA here. Now leaving the second function, we come back to the menu screen again. The next screen is the message board. We have designed the system so that the administrator, the carrier, your school district can relay messages to you on a very selective basis. For example, some messages may be applicable to everybody within NMPSIA. Other messages may be only applicable to a school district. Another message may only be related to those people who has the long-term disability or so forth here. And the messages are structured so that it will take advantage of those criteria. And only the message that is applicable to you will be displayed on the message board. And many of you may not have it in a message at all. And you will only say generic, a text saying that this is where message will be displayed, and please review it frequently. However, if there's a message waiting for you, this box will be trying to read. So you will allow that you have a message and you need to click the button and see what's the message for. Going to the first screen, pending action. If during your association with NMPSIA, there are documents that we are waiting for you to supply to us, or you have information we are in need of it in order to fulfill your request for processing, then the pending actions are very important. Even though we have notices sent to you by regular email, and even try on to our customer service, people get in touch with you. This is an automated process where the pending action will be displayed on the screen so you can follow through. If you get into this function, if we are asking for a certain type of document, it will even give you an opportunity to take a photograph of the document and submit it to the administrator. Now let me go to the next 4 functions. Wellness is function number 5. Family information is number 6. Enrollment history is number 7. And eligibility and coverage is number 8. Please allow me to take a minute or 2 to explain the purpose of each one of these functions. Wellness. The state has emphasized that the good health starts from exercising the best wellness practices that you will obtain. And NMPSIA has a special person designated to promote the wellness practices and ideas, and she is in the process of developing information sharing, suggestions, and resources. And the function here will allow you to access those information when they are available. Right now, if you click on this button, you will only see some photographs, and when the time comes, more information will be made available. Function 6 is your family information. Your spouse or your partner, your children, dependent children, their name, birthday information are tabulated here. And again, from here, you can see if they are current, if they are accurate, but again, no change can be made through the mobile app. And if you do find discrepancies, or if you find that updating is needed, then you need to use online system, but you need to work with your benefit specialist within your district to make the changes. Enrollment history gives you that if you have switched from one district to another, or you have a switch from one classification to another. That history will be provided to you through function number 7. Number 8 will give you eligibility and coverage, and it shows family coverage, or you have a spouse, or the self-coverage, or you have dependent coverage, as well as eligibility within each respective benefit plans, such as basic life, supplemental life, dependent life, dental vision, so forth here. And all those information can be obtained from function number 8. Sometimes you may want to know that if one of you depends on a specific time period is covered for benefit, and we have provided a filter option on the top right corner of the screen. And if you select the filter, you will specify to this system which dependent you are looking for, and what time period you would like to examine his eligibility information, so that you will speed up the information dispensing, so that you don't need to scroll a historical detail. This is particularly important. For example, if you are in a doctor's office, you want to know if the enrollment information has been updated and your visit to the doctor or health care facility will indeed be eligible coverage. So this function will be particularly useful for the situation like that. Assuming that you comprehended the first 8 functions that we have described, now let me take a few more minutes of your time to explain the next 4 functions. Number 9 is the beneficiary designation. Number 10 is contact information and user feedback. Number 11 is premium payment history. Number 12 is exploring other benefit choices and impact on premium. The beneficiary designation is important. It will show you that currently who are your beneficiary for your various benefits. And if you have more than one beneficiary for a given benefit, you have designated percentages for each one of your beneficiary to receive. The screen will display that information to you. If that is not your decision, and if you have made changes in your beneficiary designation, again, you need to use your online system or contact your benefit specialist to update this information. Number 10 is the contact information. We again try our best to use analytical approach to offer your information that will be useful to you. So on the screen, you can select which object you want to make contact with. The main administrative entity, namely NMPSIA, the authority itself, or the contract administrator named ERISA, or school district that you want to get in touch with, or insurance carriers who provide the benefit that you want to get in touch with. And you can choose any one of these classes, and the information related to your particular situation will be displayed. We know the school district you are with, so only relevant information related to your school district will be shown. And ERISA also assigns customer service reps according to your school district affiliation. We will display the customer service rep within ERISA who handles the activities of your district, so it should be more direct information that will be useful to you. We will show you a telephone number as well as the email address. And if you hit the email address, it will give you opportunity to send an email to the recipient here. If you have exhausted all the avenues you have available and you really want to obtain some high authority intervention here, then the board of directors is authority. Executive director is the ultimate decision maker here. We also have that information available here. One thing we have experienced is that the user quite often has good ideas, but they can't pass it on to the developer of this application. So we have a place where you can send feedback to the developer, our system, and we will welcome your input here. Number 11 will allow you to examine the premium paid on your behalf by your district on a monthly basis. In today's society, your total compensation not only is made up from your take-home paycheck, but also by the fringe benefit that your employer offers. And you will know from the premium payment history that many of you has a very substantial amount of money being paid to your benefit programs on a monthly basis here. The display only shows the most current 12 months history. You can specify a time period other than the 12 months we are showing you now, and allow you to go back as far as 5 years to check the historical information. If you click on a given line, a split down of your payment by the different lines of benefit will be displayed. We all know the amount of paid, part of it is supplied by your employer, part of it is made through reduction. Since the arrangement for split between employer and employee varies from district to district, and we do not attempt to show you that division in this application right now. Function number 12 is very useful if you have been thinking about changing your benefit choice by either increasing your benefit level or decreasing your benefit level. You'd like to know how would it impact your premium payment behavior here. And this screen will allow you to make a hypothetical changes. Remember, it is only hypothetical change. The changes you make here does not affect your benefit choice that you have in place. After you make the hypothetical change, if you click the calculation button, then the new premium amount will show up. It will also tell you whether it's higher or lower than your current premium. We record the cases you study within this system so you can come back to examine them later. You can also select one of your choices and have it emailed to you so that you can take it home and do in-depth analysis and decision making here. So we offer this function and we hope they will be useful to you. When one has an event that interrupts your normal benefit coverage through your employer, the federal legislation has mandated that a continuation provision is provided by your employer, and this is called a COBRA arrangement. And the definition of a COBRA event varies very widely. For example, if you lost your employment, that is a COBRA event. Or if you have a dependent child who has grown to or to be covered as a dependent, but he does not have group coverage, that is a COBRA event. And function number 13 explains that what are the qualifying events that will trigger your COBRA rights. And it's a very well-written explanation, and I am sure it will be useful to you in case that you lost your group coverage and you need to get continuation in some other fashion here. For those people who are on COBRA, as well as for those participants who are making self-pay, they need special tools. For example, they want to have direct debit arrangement, they may need special ID information, and so those two specially developed for COBRA self-pay is available through this function here. Now, throughout your enrollment process, we ask you to supply the birth certificate for your kids and marriage certificate for your spouse, and various documentation. We are happy to report that every single piece of paper barcoded, scanned, and preserved within our database. You can review what you have submitted through function number 15. And for example, if you say for sure that was born and should have been covered, and if your memory did not match with the birth certificate, and the birth certificate image can be fetched from this particular function. So this will be a time-consuming process on a small mobile device. So use it only when you have to, and it's not like downloading it for website and in a speedy manner here. Function 16 is how to, as well as the frequently asked questions here. This is an ongoing process, and we try to record special questions that are frequently asked, and we try to develop resources where you can obtain most of the information or most frequently used for information on this site. This is a continued process with artificial intelligence and robotics becoming more and more useful, and we hope to keep on adding features and information for you. And again, your input will be welcome. When you are all done, function 99 is where you sign off. Before you sign off, we give opportunity to give your feedback to our developer and feel free to use it. Now, if you are in the middle of this application and you are too busy to sign off, the system is designed that after 10 minutes of inactivity, no activity whatsoever, you will be alerted to that fact, and you can choose to continue or you can choose not to do anything. And if you choose not to do anything, then you will be automatically signed off so that your privacy will be preserved. So hopefully you will find a mobile application finally useful to you. Nice to show you the app, and good day to you. Bye bye.